If you are looking to install and run WordPress locally on your computer, then you are watching the right video, because in today's video, I will show you how to install and run WordPress locally on your computer using XAMPP. And the reason we are going to use XAMPP is that XAMPP will help us to install certain softwares automatically that are required to run WordPress locally on your computer. Now, without any further ado, let's start. But before that, this is Yasir behind this screen recording, and I would like you to consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Now, let's start. The first thing that you will have to do is that go to Google and type in XAMPP and press enter. And then look for a link that is saying something like apachefriends.org. Open up this link. Here you will see different versions of XAMPP that you can download, like for your Linux system or for your Windows. For this one, we are going to download it for our Windows. So I will click on this button that is saying XAMPP for Windows. And it will take you to another link that will say something like sourceforge.net. And after a few seconds, it will start downloading XAMPP software. You can see it here. As I have already downloaded it, I will cancel this download here. And I will go to the folder in which I already have downloaded the XAMPP. I will open it up and then I will run this installer. It will ask for your consent, click on yes, and it will open up the XAMPP installer. Click on this next button here. Then it will show you to install different things. Keep those as default and then click on next button again. And then it is asking where you want to install the XAMPP. I will go with the default folder. So click on next, select your language here. After that, click on next. Again, click on this next button here and it will start installing XAMPP on your computer. While it is downloading, the other thing that we need is WordPress files. Let's see how you can download that. Open up your browser and go to wordpress.org website and look for a button that would be saying something like download WordPress or get WordPress. Once you find that, click on that. Scroll down on this new page and search for a button that will say download WordPress and then the version of the WordPress. Click on this one and it will start downloading the WordPress. I will cancel this one because I have already downloaded this one. So I will cancel it. Go to the folder in which we have already downloaded WordPress, open it up, and then here you can see we have downloaded the WordPress in a zip folder. You will have to extract that. For that, right click on this one and then click on extract all. It will show you the directory where it will extract the WordPress files. I will go with the default one, click on extract, and it will start extracting the WordPress files on our computer. Now our WordPress files has been extracted. Now let's see where we are with installation of our XAMPP. So it is still installing. Meanwhile it is installing, I have a free task for you to do, and that is liking this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. This will be a free step for you to do, but it will means a lot for me. So consider doing that. Now I will fast forward this video and will come back once the installation of XAMPP will be completed. Okay, the installation of XAMPP is now completed and it is asking us if we want to run the control panel of XAMPP now. So we will enable this option and then we will click on this finish button here and it will start the XAMPP automatically. Once XAMPP is started, you will see an interface like this one. But if it don't appear, then you can go to this tray icon here and you can see this icon XAMPP controller here. If you double click on this one, it will start showing here like this. Now we have to run two services. One is our Apache server and the second thing that we will need is MySQL that we will use for our database. So click on the start button here. Once you see the status of Apache running and MySQL app running, it means that both of these services are running. Now let's see if our Apache server is running. For that, go to your browser and type in localhost without any port number or anything and press enter. If you see something like this, it means that your Apache server is installed correctly and we can move forward with our next steps. The next step will be to place our WordPress files in the correct folder. For that, go to your drive where you have installed the XAMPP. In my case, I have installed it in my C drive, and then here look for a folder that is saying XAMPP. Open it up, and from here you will have to look for htdocs folder. Open this up Now you will have to copy the WordPress files that we have extracted here. But what you will have to do is that you will have to open this folder, and then this is the folder that we will be copying. And if we open this folder, we can see that all of the files that are related to WordPress are present here. So we will have to copy this entire folder here, copy this one. Now again go to that htdocs folder and paste those files here. And this folder name is important because this is the name through which you will be accessing your WordPress website in your browsers. So you can name it anything, but you will have to remember that because you will be using that name to access your WordPress website. Let me show you. If I go to localhost and then I will type in the folder name. For this one, I have named it WordPress. Then press enter. You will see that it will show me WordPress installation page like this. Now let's try with some other name. If I rename it to Yasser, and then if I go to my browser and I open up localhost, and then after slash I put in Yasser, it will again show me the WordPress installation page like this. Let's move forward with the installation. First of all, you will have to select a language. For this one, let's go with English. Click on this continue button here. And here it is give you some additional information that you will have to use in the next step. I will show you it later. So let's click on this let's go button here. Now it is asking me for a bunch of information that we will have to get. Actually, we will have to create a database, and then we will have to connect that database to this WordPress website. Now let's create that database. For that, open up your XAMPP control panel, and in front of MySQL, click on this admin button here. And it will open up this URL localhost/phpMyAdmin. And now here we will have to create a new database. For that, go to this databases section here. And then to create the database, give it a name. Let's say for this case, we can name it WordPress, and then create this database by clicking on this create button. Now you can see our database has been created with the name WordPress, and currently it is empty, but we don't have to worry about this one because once we will connect it to WordPress, WordPress will automatically create all the tables here that are necessary. Now here we will have to give the database that we have just created, that is WordPress. So I will type in here WordPress, and then for the username you will have to use root because it is a default for MySQL, and then for the password you will keep it blank because by default no password is set for MySQL. And then for the database host you can leave it as it is localhost, and for the table prefix you can give it anything, but let's go with the default one and click on this submit button here. And if you see a screen like this where it is saying unable to write to wp-config.php file, we will have to do it manually. For that, let's go to the folder where we have our WordPress files. In this case, I have my WordPress files in this folder Yasser. I will open it up, and then I will look for wp-config file. But if you cannot find that one, you will find a file with the name wp-config-sample.php. Just copy and paste it here, and you will have to rename this file to something exactly like this, wp-config.php, like this. And then you will have to open it up with a text editor. For that, I will use Sublime, so I will open this file in Sublime editor. And then what you will have to do is that you will just have to copy all this text here, and then you will just have to replace all the text with the text that we just copied from the browser and save this file. Now let's go to the browser and click on this button that is saying run the installation, and it will start installing WordPress on our computer. Now our WordPress is installed on our computer. Now we will have to give a site title. Let's give it site title Yasser website. You can give it anything, and you still have the option to change it later once our website is live on our computer. Now you will have to remember this username because it will be the username that you will use to log in into your WordPress website. And for the password, you can give it anything. For now, I am using a weak password. For that, I will have to confirm the use of weak password by checking this checkbox here. And for the email one, you can use any dummy email here. And then for this search engine visibility, it doesn't matter on a local host, but for the best practices, I will enable this one because I don't want search engine to index local website. After that, click on this install button here. And it will take a few seconds to install, and once it will be installed, we will see something like this. Click on this login button and it will show you the login page. And here you can see that to access this login page, next time what you will have to do is that you will have to type in localhost/Yasir, the folder name that we had named here. And then after that you will have to type in wp-login.php and you will see a login screen like this one. Here type in the username that you had selected while installing WordPress, and for the password I had selected admin123. And now let's click on this login button here and it should log us into WordPress dashboard. And with this we are in our WordPress dashboard. Here you can see different options, like you can install theme. For that, go to this theme folder here, and then in the theme section click on this add theme button here and it will allow us to search and install different themes. Let's search for Astra, and you can install this theme by clicking on this install button here. Let's do that. Now our new theme is being installed, and once it will be installed we will activate this theme, and then we will go to the front end and we'll see how it looks on the front end. Now it is installed. To activate it, just click on this activate button here, and with this our Astra theme will be applied to our website. Now let's go to the front end. For that, hover your mouse over your website title here and then click on this button here and it will show you the front end of your website. For now there is just one blog here, it is showing that, but to create other pages you will have to go into the WordPress dashboard and then you can go to pages and you can create new pages here. And a very easy way to create pages in WordPress is to use a page builder, and you can install those page builders as plugin in WordPress. To do that, go to the plugin section here and click on this add plugin button here, and it will show you an interface like this. And in this search field you can search for any plugin that you want. For this we want Elementor, and this is the Elementor page builder. You can click on this install now button here and it will start downloading on your website, and once it will be downloaded we will be able to activate this Elementor page builder and we can start using it. But that is beyond the scope of this tutorial. For this tutorial, the main purpose was to show you how to install and run WordPress locally on your computer. That we have already showed you, and then we have already showed you how to install theme and plugins on your website as well. And with that, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, do write them down in the comment section below. I will address them. And if you have enjoyed this video, please consider liking this video and also consider subscribing to this YouTube channel for more informational and technical related stuff. Thanks for watching.